Hi, it's Jane again, and I want to talk to you now about another cause of brain fog, one of the scourges of being my age. So, brain fog, another cause of it is stress. I bet you've been there. I bet you've been so stressed out that you couldn't think straight, right? And there's a reason for that. So, the stress and the cortisol producing stress, that hormone cortisol, which interacts with our fight or flight center, which, it was meant to be used in times of danger, like wild animals attacking or heightened alertness if you're listening for something bad to happen, or that's what it was for. It was to keep us alive. Well, now it's having a bad effect because our stress levels go on and on and on and on. And the reason it causes brain fog is because you have increased electrical activity in the brain. And that means that you're generating your thoughts at a faster rate. And then that can be distracting and cause our attention to wander and gets us sidetracked. And it splits our attention and focus, and it seems like our thoughts are foggy. So persistent anxiety or the stress response consequences, that can cause persistent brain function changes, persistent ones. And so the stress hormones do suppress also the rationalization areas of the brain, the cortex that is. And it increases the activity in the fear center of the brain, or the amygdala. And this combination, think about it. It can reduce your ability to be logical and rationalize and process information. At the same time, it increases your awareness of danger and fear and apprehension and gloom and doom. So a lot of people describe anxiety as a sudden or ongoing foreboding of doom. And the longer this stress goes on, the more persistent the brain changes are. And then this can cause brain fog, foggy thinking. And also, it is going to suppress the learning and the memory area of your brain. And as the stress elevates, it can cause and make it more difficult for the brain to function normally, like in storing and retrieving information. So it also makes you more tired. And when the body becomes tired, it's a harder time. When you don't have enough sleep, right, which we're going to talk about later, when your body is tired, it is harder to process your information and retrieve it. You can't think of what you're going to do. So what can you do? Here's what I do. So when you're using essential oils for calming and reducing stress, the best way to use them is just smelling them aromatically, because they're going to go into the brain that way. And here's one of the diffusers that I really like is this, it's called the pedal diffuser. And it goes 1, 2, or 4 hours. And I really like, what I like about it is it shoots the plume way up in the air and disperses it. So this one covers about 250, 300 square foot area. And I really like it. Especially not for at night. At night, I like one that's going to go all night long, but this one is great for around the house, and it's just a wonderful and the most popular of doTERRA's diffusers. So what do I put in it? Well, I bet you all know about lavender being a calming oil. There's a lot of research on how lavender is calming, and that is like our number one go-to for that. For calm. But I bet you didn't know that rose oil will do that too. Rose oil is great for relieving anxiety and depression. And another thing that it does is, everything vibrates at a certain frequency, including rocks. And we vibrate at a certain frequency, and each oil has a certain frequency. Rose has a very, very high frequency. And so, wow, ours comes like this, blended in a roller bottle, because that makes it more affordable for us. And also it smells better than just plain straight rose oil. Vetiver. Vetiver is a grassy, grounding, earthy smell, and it's really tranquil and calming and grounding. And I use this a lot with my Serenity, which has vetiver in it, but I bump it up a little bit by putting extra vetiver in because this does really calm me down. And by the way, I used it on my dog when I took the dog for a WALK yesterday. And so because she gets like really reactive to other dogs. And guess what? It helped a lot, calmed her down. So another one is ylang ylang. Ylang ylang, it's very flowery smelling. It's got a strong floral, it's in a lot of perfumes too. And it's cheerful and it's uplifting. And that can actually help. I love it. And I bet you knew that bergamot is in Earl Grey tea. And that's one reason people can drink tea and calm down. Tea helps everything, right? It's got bergamot in it. It's calming, and it's actually often used to treat depression. So it's a citrus oil. Citrus oils are all good. Any of the citrus oils will help me. I like wild orange too. Hey, chamomile tea, you've heard of that? Roman chamomile is what we have here. And this is going to reduce irritability and also stops your overthinking and your anxiety and your worry. So this is a really good one. Open the bottle and smell it. That's really all you have to do. Or you can put some on your hand, the palm of your hand like that, and rub your hands, put your palms together and take some deep breaths in. I feel calmer already. And then last but not least, because this is an awesome oil and it has so many other benefits, but inhaling this produces calming thoughts. So this is tranquil energy. It's kind of known as a spiritual one, the one that you might want to use when you were meditating. Frankincense. But you know, you have added benefits when you inhale frankincense. It does all sorts of other wonderful things for your body too. So this is a really awesome oil, and one that I will never be without. I actually put 2 drops of this under my tongue every day because I'm working on reducing inflammation in my body. It's good for that. So you know what you can do? You don't have to just stick with one oil. You can mix them up. Like maybe you want frankincense and bergamot and lavender together. And you just put a couple of drops of each in your diffuser and plug it in, and then breathe in calm. So that is the second cause of brain fog and what I do to help it. And I hope that was useful to you. Choose health. I'll see you next time.